recently saw a short clip where Bill Nye told the audience what it would take for him to change his mind about issues about the flood. Here's what Bill said.
We would just need one piece of evidence. We would need the fossil that swam from one layer to another.
Really? Just one piece of evidence? That's pretty cool. Now he asked for something swimming to a higher level. Perfect, because I've got 3. For you see, there's a horse, bird, and bear tracks deep in Permian layers. And the fact that horses, birds, and bears' bodies are not found until higher layers pretty much demonstrates to me that these animals did actually swim up. In fact, I would say the entire fossil record pretty much demonstrates that all animals that could did swim up to a higher level. That's why they're rarely found in lower layers. But when we really look for them, they are there. Over time, there have been numerous reports. For example, in 1926, a guy by the name of Gilmore records tracks in the Grand Canyon. And the Supai Indians who lived there, and whose livelihood depended on their ability to track things, told him they were horse tracks. But we find Gilmore didn't like that. And in Martin Lockley's book, Dinosaur Tracks, we learn, in Gilmore's time, it was already known there were no horses in the Paleozoic. It was already known? Really? These people didn't even know what a cell was back in that time, and yet somehow they knew there were no horses back then? Wow, I ask you, is that what you would call doing good science? More recently, in the 1980s, both bird and bear tracks were found in another set of Permian sediments. This time, there were no stories. Instead, the scientific community just ignored them as if they didn't exist, even though they were reported in a very reputable magazine, the Smithsonian, and the article included very revealing text. On one pair of siltstone tablets, I noticed something unusually large, deep, and scary-looking footprints, each with 5 arched toe marks, like nails. I comment that they look just like bear tracks. Yeah, McDonald says reluctantly, they sure do. Mammals evolved long after the Permian period, scientists agree, yet these tracks are clearly Permian. So, what do you want to believe? And pictures. On this YouTube channel, people have called me all kinds of silly names and made all kinds of ridiculous comments simply because I've said I believe the recent global flood recorded by most all ancient peoples is most likely true. Well, that's fine, but keep in mind the science I can actually do, the fact that the whole world looks like it was recently carved, and the rapid erosion rates gathered by responsible groups like the Army Corps of Engineers demonstrate to me no surface anywhere in the entire world could be very old. And here, Bill Nye the Science Guy kind of gives me permission, because he says he would change his mind if just one piece of evidence was found.
We would just need one piece of evidence. We would need the fossil that swam from one layer to another.
I've found more than one. So why should I apologize for being very comfortable and content with a recent global flood? If you're not, perhaps you should ask yourself why. Is it because of the science? Or is it because of something else? Thanks for watching.